Okay, I'm on. Let me know when you guys can see me and hear me on the chat. Oh, geez. I'm not sure what's playing right now. Or okay, Shanna can see me because she just commented on my hair. Yeah, my hair has gotten really long this summer. I think that the sun tends to do that. I got a little shadow on my face right now because of the way my light is. Like, I didn't want my light to be here. I have it down here on my work surface. So anyway, thanks for coming to the show tonight, you guys. I really, really appreciate it. I'm just going to kind of give everyone a couple minutes to log in. I really missed you all last week while I was gone. I felt like I was really out of touch, and, you know, I knew you would all behave while I was away at CHA, but, you know, if you weren't, that's okay too. You look so much more rested when I saw you. Yes, I was not very rested at CHA. I never am. It's just always busy, crazy, late nights, early mornings, lots of work. You know how it goes. You know when you're working, everybody works, and sometimes, you know, you've got that time where it's more stressful than others. Ah, yes. Yes. I was frazzled. So while we're waiting for more people to log in and get situated and get their popcorn and everything, I just kind of wanted to go over a few announcements. I know I do this at the beginning of every show, but a couple things I just wanted to let you guys know about. One, that Prima is touring in Brazil the end of August into the beginning of September, and myself and Sharon Lockenden are both going to be traveling to various places throughout Brazil and teaching Prima classes, and we're super excited. We met with our Brazil distributor during CHA and finalized some things, and he took the kits back, and I hear they were a huge hit because, you know, Sharon and I like to pack as many flowers and papers and stuff into our kits as we can. So I just kind of wanted to talk about that. Let me see, I've got my notes here. On August 26th and 27th, we're going to be in Belo Horizonte at Papelaria Rex. Then August 28th and 29th, Brasilia, Paper Arterio. I'm not sure if I'm messing these names up, so I apologize. August 30th, we're going to be in Rio de Janeiro. September 1st and 2nd, Fortaleza at Mo Scrap. It's M-E-U, Scrap. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that, but I hope I am. I'll find out when I get there. September 3rd and 4th, Sao Paulo at Scrap Sampa. So I think that Scrap Sampa is actually an event from what I gathered. And Sao Paulo is where we're going to end our tour and then maybe spend a day or two and sightsee for a change and then come back home. So I know I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited. If any of our Brazil friends are watching, you are interested in classes, you can contact Rommel. It's R-O-M-M-E-L at scrapbrazil.com.br. Okay, I know seats are filling up. I think there's just a few left here and there, but you might get lucky. Something else. Oh, this Saturday, actually, I'm going to the charity crop that Prima's been doing, the Second Chance with Saving Grace. And that's been going extremely well at stores all over the U.S. And I'm going to be attending one in Bridgeport, New York this Saturday. And it goes from 10 to 4. They actually took all of the goodies that Prima sent and made them into like crop kits. So when you show up, you get a huge kit to play with all day, and it's $20 for your seat, and all of those proceeds go straight to the charity. They're trying to raise money for orphans and animals in need, and what they're trying to do is raise money for a big truck to deliver goods to all these places that they need, like supplies and books and toys and blankets and, you know, all those little things, books especially. So if anybody is in the area, Syracuse area, Bridgeport's just outside of Syracuse, that's where I am. That's where I'm going to be. If you guys want to come and join me, that's fine. And then, oh, Internationally Inspired. Just launched, Internationally Inspired. I did an online video class with an amazing group of girls. We've got Donna Downey, Anna Dabrowska, Nat Callback, and Birgit Koopsen, which I can never say the Birgit like that. She says that like that, and I can't do it. So I just call her Birgit, but I love her. So anyway, we all got together and did 1.5 to 2 hour video classes doing a mixed media journal. I should have brought it downstairs to show you guys. I forgot. Okay, well, it's really awesome. If you're interested at all, you can go to my blog. I just posted information about it. My blog is meandmymaryjanes.blogspot.com. And you can see what Internationally Inspired is all about. A little intro video by Donna. Very exciting. So, let's see, 5 classes for the price of one, 65 bucks. And they're each like 2 hours long. So that's really a good deal. And these artists are talented and amazing. So like if you couldn't make it to one of Anna's classes during this US Canadian tour she's doing, you can have a class all your own, all to yourself on your screen. Download forever. Okay? So that's my news. Thank you for putting up with me and all my little announcements. Oh, one more. I got to give a shout out to Peru. See? Scrapbook. Memorias de Papel. I'm sure I'm butchering that as well. I promised Nina I would show everyone this because she's one of my favorite people and she's in Peru. She has a little scrapbook store and it's so amazing. And she sent me this cute little thing and I told her, I promised her I'd give her a shout out and I always forget. Okay, that's it. So, I think we've given everyone enough time to log in and I just wanted to say thanks for coming again. Tonight I'm going to be making a layout, as you see here. This was at CHA, and this is using the new Craftsman Collection by Prima. A very masculine collection with some beautiful dark, deep shades, very rich. Perfect for your guy photos. As you can see, I added flowers. I have no problem with that. I don't see why not. Flowers are from nature. So are guys. So they go hand in hand. That's what I say. So I'm going to show you guys everything that kind of goes with the line and then some little extra goodies. I'm going to try to get through that. Then we're going to make the layout. And then at the end of the show, I was also going to show you, if you wanted to stay and hang with me a little bit at the end, I did bring my mixed media journal with. And I thought maybe I'd just show you guys what this is all about. And like some of the pages inside. It's not finished, but it will be. Okay, it's really far from finished, but I thought I'd share it with you guys anyway, just to show you something else new from Prima, from CHA. Okay? Thanks, Kiki. Kiki just said my journal's great. She's so sweet. Okay, so let's go, let's pan down and let's go over what I'm doing tonight. Jamie's online to help anybody with questions. I'm here, and I saw Drew, but it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Drew. You sweet little munchkin. He's turning, let's see, what is he turning? Like, is he 17 now? I think he's 17. Oh my gosh, he's growing up so fast. All right, so first things first, we're going to go over the papers. I just kind of want to give you an up-close, personal. This paper I only have a half a piece of, so hope that's okay. Again, this Craftsman Collection, very masculine, a lot of architecture kind of visuals on here, graphics. This one here is called Draftsman, and it obviously comes in 12 by 12, but tonight I only have 6 by 12. And then here's the other side, which is a really pretty aqua color with some really funky, amazing images there. Then we also have this one's called Engineer. Another one of Prima's great little touches that they add to their paper collections are the cutouts. So we have some images that you can cut out yourself. There's some on the top. We have like little tickets and little light bulbs and little words, and then even like a little 6 by 6 panel here at the bottom. This is what this paper here that I just showed you looks like in 12 by 12. It is kind of steampunk. You're right. Here's the other side. A lot of blues and grays. You know, I think this paper would be great for school, back to school, or, you know, school albums, or, you know, anything like that, or you're building a new home. I think that would be fabulous. This one's called Gear Up, for obvious reasons. You've got all these fabulous gears here that I have been cutting out and using as embellishments on my projects. And then the other side actually has 6 by 6 panels. Really cool, huh? What do you think of this like electric blue and this really pretty teal? And then we've got this really dark navy, and then over here we have like a yellow you know, just a pale yellow, which is a very interesting color combination. So you could take this one sheet of paper and use it for like a mini book or cards. Very, very cool. So that's why I always tell everyone buy 2 of everything, because you want to use the other side too. Architect, very cool. We have some, looks like blueprints, right? But negative, it's the negative image. And then on the other side we have like bits of red and this teal in the middle. And then we have some sort of like steampunk robot guy that's starting to take shape, like from, you know, he's missing a head. You could always add like a little picture of a guy up here. I don't know. I guess you could, but that's kind of cool. It looks like he's just kind of taking shape, you know, like, I don't know. It's kind of fun. Oh, here we have gears and chains and just, it's all connected. And this is like a really pretty navy blue with some bronze and some burgundy in there. Just like really interesting graphics on here. And then the other side is very cool too. It's like a, this is like a orangey mustardy, right? And then we've got some of those old-fashioned hot air balloon images off to the side here, and one big one like up here just kind of peeking out. Isn't that kind of neat? So I think that's cool. Ah, my favorite, the light bulb paper. It's actually called widgets. It's not called the light bulb paper. So obviously you've got that mustard yellow with all those, this old-fashioned looking light bulb everywhere in the background. And then on the back, it's just very subtle. It's got most of that navy with some of the gears and some tiny type in between. Really cool. Goes with the line. This paper here is called Black Box. Not sure why, but maybe one of you guys know. So there's just all these little tiny hot air balloons. So it's like they've made a polka dot pattern with the hot air balloons here, with a lot of like distressing going on and stuff. It's kind of cool. Let me see if I can do a little close up like that for you guys. Yeah, and you can buy 6x6. We did come out with 6x6 and A4 in this paper line. I do have the 6x6 right here. So this side's just like pinstripes with a little bit of the graphics in the corners. So just kind of a great background paper, little extra. And this last one here is called Tools of the Trade. Kind of reminds me of a pamphlet, you know, like a how-to pamphlet, how to put it together. You know, those things that I really avoid reading and don't like to do. But that's what it looks like. I love the look of this. This is really super cool. And then the other side is this really pretty like dusty blue with like those images in like a light teal. Okay, and there seems to be like a lot of like a linen effect to this too. Manual, yeah, like a manual or pamphlet. You know, when you get something, you have to put it together, you know, for parts and stuff, or reorder parts. I don't know. That's just what it reminds me of. And then we have the 6x6, which is of course single-sided. All right, you get 48 sheets in this little pad, and they are single-sided, like I said, but you get 3 sheets per design. So all the designs I just showed you in 12x12, you get those in miniature version. So they are scaled down for, you know, projects in the smaller scale, like mini books and cards. And I love that. Yeah. So that's pretty cool too. Very nice. And then, of course, we came out with some other goodies. We have our clothespins. Our clothespins have like it's almost like a canvas cover over the wood. It's kind of hard to describe, but if you guys saw these in person, you would totally understand what I mean. So these are great for altered projects and displaying, you know, photos and things in frames. And I think these are just really fun just to add as an extra accent. And then we have, of course, our wood tickets and our clocks. Our wood tickets have, you know, all these little extra details on them. I can't believe the finite details that they fit on these little things. But these are just so cool. And, you know, you tuck these in. You tuck all this stuff in around your flowers or, you know, your gadgets or in the paper and use these as accents. These clocks could even be used as flower centers, too. Kind of cool. And I have taken my Crop-A-Dial and punched right through. So you can have them dangle off pages and bindings and stuff. We came out with buttons to match each line. So here's a little peek at what these buttons look like. We've got just kind of images from the paper line on here, and then over here these are actual buttons. So these are more just like, I don't know, little doodads. I see Christina. You're here. Oh, washi tape. We came out with washi tape for every paper line this show. So it's the little light bulbs. And I think this washi tape, like, let's just say, you get 5 yards of washi tape on one roll, and I think this stuff in the US will retail for $2. Yeah, I'm going to try to get this going so that you guys can see it. See? I don't know if it's focusing. Probably not. But very cool, right? Oh my gosh, Sharon, I did not steal your washi tape from CHA. Here we go. Here we go. Anything I show you, I probably stole. Okay, so then also with our collections, we came out with printed leaves. Well, some are plain, some are printed to match the line, just like we do with our flowers. Every paper collection came with 2 little mini vines. And these are fun. They come with leaves and all the little stems and everything like that. Very cool. Can never have too many leaves, right guys? That's what I say. And then of course this sad little pack, this came just as is, but you also get a nice little mix of flowers to go. And some little acrylic stamps. Of course we have to keep coming out with those. And this has the hot air balloon image on it, and the light bulb, and some of the gears, and this little banner down here. It doesn't say anything. Oh, sorry, my screen goes black sometimes if I don't touch it. New crystal swirls that match the line. This one has 3. So you know how we used to come out with the one big swirl and then we'd end up cutting them apart and sticking them around our projects? Well, now Prima has offered them in smaller sections, you know, instead of us cutting the big ones apart. So that's kind of cool. I really love that. Let's see. Uh-oh, my dehumidifier just popped on. Let me turn that off. That's annoying. It's been going full blast today because it's so humid. All right, and then of course we have our note cards, our journaling note cards, which I love. And within this you get, here I'm going to pull these out so you can see all the designs. So we've got this with like the balloon. We've got this one that looks like, you know, like a chain, like a gear chain. And then this one has a little bit of type in the background, kind of distressed with the gears at the corners. We have another one framed with gears all the way around. This one's kind of notched out. Very cool. And then this one as well with kind of like jagged, uneven edges that you can journal in as well. And these are perfect for, what, mini books, cards, whatever. Let's see, 6 designs, which I just showed you, and there's 5 of each design in this one box. So I've used a bunch, and I still have a ton left over. This is what you guys get, just in case you were ever wondering. Now you know what you're going to get. And then you put it back in the envelope. Put it away. Okay, let's see, what else? Oh, the alphabet, of course. You know, we came out with the linen alphabet again with, and linen, I mean, there's like a linen texture to these alphas, and you get several, and each to match the paper line. Okay, now on to super fun, more super fun things. As you can see, I've used a couple in here, but these are the Junkyard Findings by Ingvild, and these are the light bulbs. Now, the light bulbs are flat on one side, right? So they lay flat against your project, and each one has a little word. So this one says create. And we actually came out with 3 sizes. This is the largest, and then there's a medium, and then there's a small, which almost looks like a little, reminds me of like a fuse light, you know, real little. And these are too fun. Can you see these in altered projects in mixed media? And oops. And they don't break when you drop them. Look, totally fine. Yeah. So I tore into those and used a couple, but I just had to share these with you because I think that these are probably one of my favorite things that Ingvild made this release. Oh yeah, you could, no, they're not heavy. No, even though I dropped it, it's really not that heavy. I think that they're very light considering that they're, you know, solid. And not heavy at all though, but you know, it will lay down, it will kind of be heavier on a scrapbook page, so to speak, but I can say this whole pack of all of them is probably not even that bad. Okay. Oh, keys. We came out with keys. Glorious. Now these keys are like kind of bronzy, brassy, and they come on a ring, and you get several. All right, let me see if I can pull them out here. Okay. So they're old-fashioned looking keys. They're on a ring, and it's one of those rings that you can just like kind of slide it off. And you can paint these, color these, use them as is, whatever you like, dangle them off of your projects. But it's just really kind of cool and kind of old-fashioned looking. And I think that I love them. I think I love them. Yes, you'll need some E600 glue or quick grip from Beacon for these as well, yes. Okay, let's see. Oh, and these are some flowers I got. And these are called bel cantos. Bel cantos have come in a variety of colors. And this one, for instance, like, you see how it was all rolled up in the packaging? Well, you can open it right up. So sometimes it can be deceiving within the packaging. But you can open it right up, and there's beautiful lush layers. And this is kind of like a rusty brown with a yellow middle. And you can see the layers, and I have to say that I think that this particular flower is my favorite from this release, and they're called bel cantos. And I'm just showing you the browns, and like it's rusty brown, orange, not even orange, it's just really earthy looking. Pretty cool. Alright, let's see what else I got here. Oh! I have some resist canvas pieces. And in this resist canvas pack, these are all birds. I don't lie. They're all birds. And they're all birds in different shapes, forms, sizes. And you have a bird for every project from here on out. There's 30 of them in this pack. And the best part about this pack, not just the birds, right? Because we love the birds. Some are flying, some are sitting, some are perched. But Prima also came out with new packaging, which I really wanted to show you guys. Okay, so we'll just fold that back. But check it out. It's got a little scallop edge, and look at all of these cute little banners you could cut out. Right? Fun. Can you see those? There's like birds on there and dots and flowers, you know, and we always really, really try very hard to come out with cool packaging that we think you guys will reuse and have fun with. And this is probably one of my favorites right here. Okay, let's see what else I can show you. All right, I'm just going to toss that aside. New stencils by Donna Downey, or masks. Whatever you want to call them. Everybody was talking about that. What do you call them? We call them masks, but they are kind of like a stencil. And she came out with this big 12 by 12 polka dot. So could you imagine spraying through this, or swiping over with some molding paste, or your pan pastels, or your gelatos? Yes. And we also came out with, I'm just going to flip this over, 6 by 6 in the same pattern. But you can see the 6 by 6 pattern is scaled down for you. So it's not this huge dot like you see on the 12 by 12. It's scaled down to mini dots. And as you can see, we've used these. So really fun. And they're very sturdy, you can see. And you can wash them or just leave them dirty. You know, totally up to you. I'm not going to judge you. You know, you do what you want. And let's see what else we got here. Oh, new bling. And these are just a few. We came out with, I think, 18 new colors and combinations. So I brought down a few I wanted to show you guys. Okay, see these little crowns and the faceted pearls, and then you have the pearls surrounded by studs. That's pretty cool. We also came out with a combination where they have little mini flowers. Very cool. And these are like kind of peachy and pretty. And then like here's another one that's really super sparkly, and this one has just like, you know, the dots and circles. But we came out with so many combinations that you guys would love these. I think these are going to retail for $2. And you get 18 little pieces on this. And they are super fun. Some are super sparkly and really cool. Baubles. Did everybody show you these baubles? These are like little danglies. Little dangles. So we've got like little gems hanging off the bottom. And there's like, they're topped with gold. And the top has like a little place to attach it to something. A little, what am I thinking? What am I trying? I can't talk. And it's got a fuzzy ball. Okay, and you get a package of 10 of these, and they came in all kinds of colors like cream, white, black, red, brown. This is like a orangey brown, which is kind of cool. I might use these tonight. We came out with 3 new fonts of the Prima press, and one is all numbers and little hearts and stars and really fun little images. And then we have like kind of like a scripty font. Yes, and you'll notice there's more than one E, more than one A, in case you want to spell something with multiple A's and E's and vowels. There's another one. This is more like a solid block form. Pretty cool, right? And then you can buy just the block, which is cool. So you don't have to get a block with every single font. Like last release, they came together. This time they're coming in separate pieces. And if you aren't familiar, yeah, they're like Lego. It's like a Lego stamp. So if you aren't familiar with how it works, I'll just pull it out real quick and show you. Because I think that you need to be informed. Okay. So here's your block. And we use these at the make and takes and stuff. And I wish I'd taken all this stuff out of packaging ahead of time. So here's your block with all your pegs. And then all you do is click the little letters on, and then you can see exactly what you're spelling right there. There's your little stamps. You put it in your ink pad, and then you just stamp away. And you can do like a whole word, or you can do sentence, or you can do sentiments, whatever you want. Pretty cool, right? So these little guys are just too fun to use and great for journaling, great for adding a name, date, whatever you want. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, one more thing. Au naturel flowers. So these come in combinations like mixed together. So let's say, for instance, well, these guys here, actually you get 2 of these big guys right in a pack. Like there's one too. And it's got a little button with burlap in the center, and it looks like somebody already inked it around the petals. But it's kind of a muslin material, so you can spray them and use them. And it's not very thick, but you can certainly like scrunch it up, right? Like you can with any fabric, and kind of give it a little bit of dimension. And if you were to use an art medium on it, that would definitely help also to give it dimension too. See? And it can take a beating and it's fine. And then within the Au Naturel, like you're going to get combinations of flowers in a pack. So some are made with like crepe paper. This is kind of like a raffia paper here. It's a rose. And then they have like fabric. So they come in cream and white and lacy and papery and just all kinds. So there's multiple packs. Within the pack you'll get, you know, a cream. Let's see, like I don't know if this is an exact pack because you saw how I had them, but like you would get, you know, you could get a pack like this where some is cream, some is white, and they're all different. And you can mix and match. You can never have enough. You can never have enough white or cream flowers, right? Because these you can add color to or just use as is. Lately I've been on a kick where I just use the flower in neutral tone as it is because it seems to match everything. So what I love is the texture and the look that they have when they're all together. And that's exactly what I'm going to do on our layout tonight. Okay, we're going to go over like mixing and matching these white flowers, and it's a genius idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it. You know, I should have. Because that, you know, that would have been a great idea. It was probably Sharon's idea, and I'm just going to say it was mine. So like for instance, here's a pack. We've got this really pretty muslin-y flower with this gorgeous center. We have this little white flower with eyelets and a pearl, and then we have this really fun like rustic muslin flower with a little wood button. So like that's a combo you would get, and you can use those together. It's kind of like, you know, kitschy. Sure, show the burlap one. Which one? This one here? Burlap. Is that burlap? It's got a burlap center. It's muslin. This one maybe? This one's kind of muslin-y too. It's folded. Or this one? Love them? You guys love them? They're beautiful? Awesome. I think, are those the ones you wanted to see? Okay, good. And these were very popular at CHA. These in particular because I think they're bigger. They're really kind of different looking and really, you know, these are going to be great for fall projects too. Okay, good. Okay, that's the one you wanted to see. Do I have firefly stuff? I do have firefly stuff, but it's upstairs because this is Craftsman. I'm showing Craftsman. I didn't know. I would have totally done firefly tonight too. I don't know. How long do you guys want me to be on here for? Go upstairs. You guys are so funny. And you know what happens if I go upstairs? That means Brian thinks I'm done, and he'll come down here and get on his PlayStation because I've kicked him out. He'll say, "Oh, Mom's done," and he'll come down here. Okay, I tell you what, at the end of the show, I will run upstairs and grab Firefly for you guys. Okay? I promise. I can do that for you. I don't have to wake up early tomorrow. I'll be fine. You know, I'm used to no sleep, so I'm okay. Okay, good. All right, so let's get started. I actually did some of the pre-cutting and everything for you, so you wouldn't have to sit here and watch me cut things, because that's very boring, right? Well, I'm sure you wouldn't care. You guys are so cool. All right, so I have this great picture of Jack on here, and I have some journal note cards and a whole bunch of clustering going on. So with the background paper, here it is. Very nice. And I'm going to grab my distress tool. That's why I brought my big giant mat down. This mat I've had for 10 years and it's still going strong, but I really do need a Prima mat. I really do. So if anyone can tell Prima to send me one, that'd be great. Just kidding. And then I've got my big file, my finer file, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to kind of take that file and I'm going right along the edge of my page. Now I recommend doing this on a cutting mat, not on your craft mats. Okay, because it'll eat up your craft mats. You know, the expensive ones you get to protect your area for when you're using art mediums and spraying. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. So you don't want to do that. You can apply as much pressure or as little pressure around the edges. Okay, and you just are kind of exposing some of that inner core of that paper. Just that white. That white is going to come through. And you can choose to, you know, ink this if you want, or just leave it as is. I think I'm going to leave it as is because I've got little pops of white coming out everywhere. So you can see that was really easy, right? And then I can take that blade over here on the side, that paper, that edge, and then I can just drag it along the edge of the paper just to chew it up a little bit more if I want. If you put a lot of pressure, it's going to get really jagged. If you put just a little pressure, you're not going to get as much. Then you get those little paper thingies that hang off. Take your file and simply do away with those. Okay? Really easy. Okay. You guys are still talking about Firefly? Oh my goodness. I swear. Here, I'm going to just try to adjust this. Sorry. Okay, so I've done that. I've kind of exposed the paper pulp or core around the edges. And I just grabbed notebook paper. I ripped this out of a notebook. And I love the way that it looked on my background. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that down. Everyone's going to be all concerned. Is it acid-free? You know, lignin-free? Probably not. It's definitely not. But it's not going to touch my photo. So who cares, right? If it yellows a little bit, who cares? It's going to look more distressed. All right. That's it. I just put some glue down. Got that baby done. And I left all these little guys here around the edges, okay, because I really like that. All right. Next, I'm going to take my light bulb paper, which was called what? Widgets. And I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'm going to distress the edges with my file. No worries. Yeah, the blue paper is really super, isn't it? But this light bulb paper, I don't know. I'm just got a thing for light bulbs now. And there we go. Okay, done. Now I'm going to put a little foam tape on this because I think I want to pop this up a little bit. So I'm going to add some of that. I'll slap it down. These little foam squares by 3L, which I love. I just don't like taking all the little tabbies off. That's kind of a pain. Oh, and then I'm going to put some more glue on it because you guys know how I am about my glue. I just like to add a lot. That's how I roll. Okay, now when I put this on my background, I think I want this just to stagger the notebook paper ever so slightly. Just like that. Now, keep in mind, you guys, I'm scrapbooking upside down right now, so I'm just kind of eyeing it a little bit. I hope it looks good. From the camera angle, I think it looks fabulous. Yes, I do. Okay, so let's say, for instance, I cut this piece here, the widget paper. It is 7 3/4 by 9 1/2. Okay, I've got my notebook paper and I've got my 12 by 12 paper. So far, so good. All right, now I've got the other side of the light bulb paper, and I'm going to use this navy blue side. And what I like to do with paper strips like this, I kind of like to use them as paper ribbons, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my scissors, and I'm just going to kind of cut out like a little notch at both ends here. And I'm just kind of eyeing it. I'm not really measuring how far I'm going in or anything like that. But you can see that I've got those notched out. And these pieces here, I'm going to kind of stagger together. Now these were 12" in length, and I'll tell you what I did. When I cut my piece of paper, let's see if I have a piece here. Okay. So when I cut my piece of paper, you know how you have this little section here between your groove and the end of your trimmer? All I did was take my paper and butt it up to that edge, and then I literally just sliced off a strip, and that's how I got these. So I don't know what that is. That's probably like 1 inch. Okay, that's all I did. Because I'm not really a big measurer. Are you guys measuring things lately? I try not to, but I try to tell you how I did it so you can recreate it if you want to. Okay. I'm just going to match those. All right. And I'm going to distress these as well. Oops. Crinkled it up there a little bit. That's okay. Eyeball it. That's right. Use your eyeballs. I know. Wouldn't it be great if we could cook, like, bake things without having to measure? Just like toss in some sugar and toss in some flour and hope for the best. All right. So I've got my guys here kind of distressed up. I'm going to glue this down here. I like to take these and kind of stagger them together. And actually this second one here might still be a little bit too long. Oh gosh, I feel like my camera angle is not good here. I'm sorry if I'm making you seasick. I'm just trying to get this right. Here we go. No, it's still, oh, I know what it is. My ruler is in the way. Okay, there we go. That's better. I think I'm going to make this a little bit shorter. So, let's see. Since I have my ruler, this ended up being about 10 3/4 inches in length. And this one is just a little shorter than 12. Oh my gosh, I've got super goo going here with my bottle of Fabri-Tac. Okay, so when I put these down, I'm literally just kind of making a focal point here. Keep your eye going up and down the page, right? And I like to just stagger them a little bit. And again, that's something you could totally eyeball. See that? But you have to be happy with it, and you have to cut it in ways that you, and how you want it to look, right? Okay. Now, this is kind of the tricky part, but it's not really tricky. It kind of is, and it kind of isn't. I'm going to cut this piece down a little bit because this is actually going to be my photo mat. And let's see, I have a standard 4x6 photo, so I would have if I didn't. Let's see, I've got it like 4.5. Yep, 4.5 by 6.5. I just had to double check myself. So I'm going to cut it right here at 4.5 by 6.5. So you can see how I am just kind of layering all of these really wonderful darker colors together. So that's going to be the base for my photo. And again, I'm just going to stress that too. Look how easy this is. Oh my gosh. All right, so that's done. And then what I wanted to do is I cut out all those fun gears. Remember the geared up paper? I cut those out just by hand. It took no time at all. I didn't need to use a circle punch. And I wanted to use these kind of to scatter up the page. Just kind of have my design flowing in a certain direction. So I'm going to do that now. And I'm also going to take some of my journal cards that I just threw on the floor. Hold on. Yeah, probably not very smart of me to throw them on the floor, but you know, I have to make room on this table. And the original layout, I used these journal cards, but I think I'm going to switch it because I've used those a lot. And actually, I think I'm going to use these guys here. And these are the light blue ones with some of the notebook paper image inside. Oops, I grabbed an extra one by accident. Alright, so in this process, what I did is I kind of had one down here sticking out, right? And then I had my photo like right about here. And then I used the edge of the journal card to kind of frame in where the photo goes. So that's basically right there how I did that. So I'm going to go ahead and commit and glue these down. But I'm only going to add just a very little bit of glue to the center. And that's because I want to be able, even though I'm committing, I want to be able to tuck things in around it. And you guys know I like to do that with the flowers, right? So I kind of want to do that here as well because I have all those cool circles I cut out. And I want to be able to tuck those in around my design here and have that freedom. Okay, so that's about where that's going to go. So again, I'm eyeing it, okay? You guys just eye it. You know what looks good to you. You kind of know where you want to place things. Okay, and oh my gosh, oh, here it is. I was like, how did I lose that? It was right here. I'm going to put some foam tape on here and pop this up a little bit. I think that you can add interest by adding dimension to your layers with the foam tape. If you don't have foam tape, what else can you use? You can use leftover pieces of foam from inking and it's no longer good. Use that. Glue it to the bottom of your paper and use that to lift it up a little bit. I think Jamie also used, I think I saw Jamie, I don't know, it might not have been Jamie, but somebody used little bits of cardboard because they didn't have any foam tape. Yeah, they just used what they had, and that's kind of part of what scrapbooking is, right? All right, so I'm going to prop that up for myself. And now I'm going to start putting the circles down. As you can see from cutting these out, some of them are kind of have a straight edge because that's how it landed on the paper. But I cut it out anyway because by the time I tuck something in, it really doesn't make a bit of difference, right? So I think that that one looks good there. I'm going to go. And you can stage this. Take your circles ahead of time and just kind of place them around your layout and get an idea of maybe what you're happy with, what you think will look good. You know, it's all about just trial and error. I even took 2 of the circles and just layered them together as well. Let's see. Probably should go with a smaller one. So like you can layer them together and kind of make a little dimensional circled embellishment here, just like so. So it's not super noticeable, but a little bit, you know, just a little bit. And I think I'm going to tuck this guy down in here. Oh my gosh, my Fabri-Tac is oozing. Did I do what? Did I ink the edges? You know, for this layout I didn't, and I'll tell you why. I think that this paper line would look amazing with inked edges. I don't feel the need to ink every paper that I use because sometimes I feel like the graphics on the paper have enough distressing going on that I really don't need to add any more distressing. But that's just my choice. And you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with distressing it some more if that's the look you really, really want. And here is another circle where it landed on the edge of the paper, and I totally don't mind that because look, I can line it up with the bottom edge of the layout right here and make it look like it's supposed to be that way. So even if there's circles on your paper and you're like, oh man, the image runs off the side of the page, who cares? Okay, so you can just guide that and line that right up. So how's it looking so far? So far, so good. All right, let's see. Up in here, I think I could probably add this here, tuck this guy in here, maybe have them, see how you can kind of stage it and get it to the way that you like it. Here's another one where the edge was straight, and I can just kind of hide that straight edge like right in here. And then you don't really notice, you know, that at all. So basically I just staged it. I'm going to leave everything right where it is. Just add a little glue underneath. Okay. To use a Cricut. Oh, you sold your Cricut. Okay. Okay. They're talking about other stuff. I probably shouldn't interfere. I'm just going to keep talking. But how do you guys think so far? So good. It probably would have looked super cool, even more cool with, oh, and I have extra circles I cut out. You can add more, you can add less, whatever you want to do. And now I'm kind of thinking I can start adding my embellishments. Okay. So going back to some of these au naturel flowers, they're very light, and I think that again, they would look amazing, like if you colored them and sprayed them, but I really wanted to keep the light feel of this layout. It's kind of a summery layout. My son was on a boat, and, you know, it was kind of summertime, and we were having a good time in Florida. And this is another thing I like to do. I like to take my, let's see, oh, I got some more flour hiding around here. I like to mix and match some of the canvasy or like cream colored ones with the white ones. All right, and let's see Oh, okay, I'm not going to add this lacy one. I think that's a little too feminine. I don't think he'd like that very much. Oh, I'd probably hear about it later. Well, this layout, actually, I think I would probably do this layout for Brian. Since I already did one for Jack, I'll do one for Brian. So I would have to hear it from him, I'm sure. Let's see. And then I can add another one down here. And maybe another little guy over here. And let's see. I don't think I brought enough little flowers down. Oh, you know what I could do too is I could add the bel cantos. Yes, these would look super cool on here. Add a little bit of color. I don't have to keep it all white. And ooh, I think I like this. I think I like this. I don't know, you guys. I think I'll just keep, maybe I'll do these and then keep the neutrals around so I can make this. I don't know. It's so hard trying to scrapbook on the spot. But you guys are so sweet and you're always so supportive. So I know it'd be fine. Okay, I kind of like that. I think that'll look all right. All right, what do you think? Okay, good. You like it? All right, let's go for it. I'm going to go ahead. Now I'm putting just a little glue in the center of the flower so I can easily slide my photo in later, right guys? Because we want to do that. We don't really want to commit too much, right? Okay, it's going to give me a hard time, are ya? And then around your circles, you can kind of slide the flower petals just under the circles a little bit. Yes. You can have fun with that. All right. Oh my gosh, my glue is being a stinker. All right. I think that this is coming out pretty good. Oh my gosh. Look at this. It's like a volcano. It's oozing. All right. Oh, and you know what else I could do too? Where'd that little bag of goodness go? Oh my goodness. Oh, I have that little package. Ah, here they are. I could even add some of those little Craftsman flowers in too. Why not? Let's go for it. And I've got some really pretty kind of like little light tealy ones here that will just add a little pop of color. Let's see what else we got here. I think I'm going to add this guy, move him over a little bit. And I've got some orange. I can add in a couple little orange guys up here. Oh my gosh. My glue is just very angry at me tonight. It's very angry. And let's see what else I have. Kind of like a couple of these, oops, these navy ones here too. Let's stick him down in there. And another little guy up here. Let's see, I can't decide. You know what? Maybe I'll take that orange one right off in there and put this blue one there instead. Okay. So, what do you guys think so far? Yes. Okay, and I shall take the flowers and push them off to the side on the floor for now. Don't worry, they're fine on the floor. All right, and then I cut out some little tickets too. Like, do you remember that one paper I was showing you guys with all of these fun cutouts? So I cut out a couple of these little tickets to add for like extra journaling, and I have one up here that I just kind of had coming like underneath. And oh, there's the other one. Thank goodness. I was worried for a second there that it totally just disappeared. I'd never see it again until tomorrow when I'm cleaning. Okay, so notice how I like to just add just those little touches here and there. And then I think I want to add this guy like down in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. So kind of have him. Yeah. Oh, actually, right underneath the flower. That's coming out just a little bit. So you can see how you're starting to build the layers and build things up with all these little intricate, like little details, little extra touches. And with this glue, I love it because it does kind of hold firm, but you still have like a little bit of time to kind of move things around if it's not exactly where you want it to be. All right, moving on. Let's add some green leaves. Now my green leaves, I know they're hard to come by, but I find mine at, where do I find them? Ah, AC Moore. That's where I find them. I'm going to actually pull that down just a little bit. And they come in like a small pillar pack. It's called like the rose leaf pillar pack, appropriately named. And I buy these any chance I get because I just love to use leaves on everything, and I love the bit of greenery and natural color that they add, and I don't know, they're just kind of pretty. And in that pillar pack, they come in all different sizes too. So you can see that I'm just kind of tucking those in. Oh, there we go. And then I'll add a couple up here. And the leaves also do not have to be connected to a flower either. It can be kind of coming out from behind your paper ribbon pieces or your journaling card or your gear, for instance. So I just find that they're really very versatile and you can put them anywhere. And you can see how just a little bit of green will add a nice little touch. So up here I'll have one peeking out just beyond the gear. Can you guys see everything okay? Everything looking all right? Let's see. I'm just going through my pile of leaves here. Leaf pillars. Yeah, they're called rose leaf pillars. And I don't know if AC Moore sells them online, but you could certainly check. But I go into AC Moore and there they are with all the like the flower pillars. Yeah, kind of fun. Okay. Let's see. I can't really tell what this looks like. It's upside down. Let's see here. I'm just going to slide this. Oh, yeah, it's looking all right so far. Huh? Your AC Moore closed, Vanessa? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, AC Moore does sell online. I know that they have AC Moore online. And perhaps they have them online, too. I think they do. I kind of, that sounds familiar because I remember, I don't know, I always seem to get the questions from people who are like, help, where do you find this? And I'm always the one who answers the questions. I got a little bit of washi tape, and you know what? I didn't have this before, and I think I'm going to add it. Why not? So I can have it kind of coming across the corner up here at the top. That looks kind of cool. Maybe it doesn't look cool. I don't know, but I like it. You could just tear it and add little pieces. You can add it along borders of the paper just to, add a little bit of interest. And you can stick it wherever you like. I stuck it down there, stuck it up here. Maybe I don't like it at an angle. Look it, you can take it off and put it somewhere else. Love that. So you are not forced to commit to anything if you don't want to. Okay. Awesome! Oh, next I'm going to take a little clothespin. I used the light bulb one last time, so I'll use that again. And I just kind of tucked that little guy like right up in here. I had him just kind of sticking out over here. Just a little added something. Okay. And perhaps you could add another one at the top if you like. That, kind of balance it, or have it come in this way, like with your things, they're kind of fun because you can just clip them on. So if you don't like them somewhere, you can try them in different spots and see where you like it. And let's see. Oh, the other thing is I did run out of the wood buttons that go with Craftsman, but I grabbed the Welcome to Paris buttons because I liked the teals and the reds in this line, and I thought these will work. These are fine. So what I did in the original layout is I just kind of took these buttons and I sprinkled them kind of coming up my cluster here. And I used them for like the centers of the gears, you know, around the flowers and that sort of thing. So like I could add one right here. Oh, breaking it in half and gluing it down? Sure you could. I suppose you could if you had to. You're talking about the wood clip? I hope that's what you're talking about, breaking in half and gluing down. Not quite sure what you guys are talking about. Sometimes I miss stuff. Yeah. Crazy girls. Okay, I'm going to add like a little button up here. And maybe another little one here. Right down in here. So you kind of get the drift, right? Like you just kind of adding them here and there wherever you like. Obviously I'm using Welcome to Paris buttons. Some of our embellishments are great for, you know, intermixing, and I don't know if I want that one there. I don't know. Oops, there's a little thing there. Yeah, stick it right here. Kind of have that button right there. So again, this is like something you could stage. Set your buttons down, see if you like where they are. Maybe I can have that guy there instead. Yes. Oh, my keys. I forgot my keys too. Like, I think the original layout I used wood keys, and I think that the metal keys would be just as cool. And in my original layout, I kind of had my key in, you know, in my flowers, and I think I'm going to do that again. So I kind of like him, that key, like up in there. So, you know, you can see what you can stick in your flower clusters. Metal embellishments, wood embellishments, centers, crystals, whatever you want. Oh, jeez. I told you my glue is angry with me tonight. I don't know. I don't know why. And I'm just gluing this down with Fabri-Tac because that'll hold it just fine. They're not overly heavy, and I think that they work perfectly. All right, I'm going to take another key off of here. Okay, and then another little spun of glue. And I think I will have this key like right in here. Yeah. Yes. Okay, can you guys see that all right so far? So you can see where I added the key up in here. And you can see where I added it just like kind of right here. Now I did see at CHA some of the design team members had taken the keys and painted them and colored them, which I thought, clever, that's great. And, you know, and I know you guys know you can color whatever you want and do whatever you want. But to be honest, I kind of like the way that they look now, just as they are. But coloring them is another option because they don't come white. They come in brass. So if you need them on a layout where you really need something white, that's perfect. Okay, and I think I'm going to grab my bling now. And I'm going to do a little sprinkling. And by sprinkling, I mean just kind of pulling them off and literally having them just kind of dotted here and there. And there is sticky on the back of these, so they'll just stick right down to your project. I can even take some of these guys and just stick them over the center of the buttons too, just to finish the buttons off. Well, this one, oh, I just ripped the adhesive off of this one. Oh gosh, I'm cracking myself up. Okay. So, so I'm curious to know from all of you, if you don't mind telling me, what your favorite products were from this release from Prima. I'm really curious to know. I actually got a lot of different feedback from people at CHA, and it's just funny to see who likes what and why they like it and hear about it, and I don't know, I just find all of that information really interesting. Oh, light bulb, Vanessa, great idea. Let's do that. I'm gonna do a light bulb, and I'm gonna get the one that says enjoy. Oh, yes. Vanessa, you're so smart. I'm so glad you come to the shows. I'm gonna move that button and I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna put a light bulb on it now. You wanna make light bulb earrings? Ooh, that would be really fun. Okay, so I'm seeing Zephyr and romance novel. Sorry, Romantique is a line we came out with a couple shows ago. Silly. You guys like the junkyard findings? Yeah, the junkyard findings are super fun. Like these super fun light bulbs. Who would have ever thought we'd be putting light bulbs on our projects? I don't know. It's crazy, but it's fun. You guys have to get your hands on them. I told every store that I came across, that's a must. I think that's something that you're just going to really be glad that you got for your customers because they are so unusual and so fun, and I think they're really cool. Okay, so I'm just going to stop sprinkling bits and pieces around, and I want to call this done, maybe. Oh, that button I pulled off, oops, and now I've got glue on my layout, no problem. Fabri-Tac, if it's still kind of gooey, you can just take your fingers, boom, done. Because of course I have the angry volcano going here, so that's really important that is something I can do. All right. Yes, I had to do that. I had to add it there. So what do you guys think? You don't know what your style is, Lorena? Or Lorena? It's gorge, Karen. Thank you. Lorena, you just got to figure it out, girl. What you need to do, if you're not sure what your style is, take the most recent layouts you've made, the last 5, and lay them all out together on a table in front of you. Okay? And then look at them all together, and that will kind of give you an indication of what your style is and what you really, really like. You can like several styles, but it's what your hand makes and what your eye likes. And that's really what you have to go by. But that's a really great, way to figure it out. I also have some Craftsman stickers. These are the tiny alphas. Check out the little hexagon shaped letters and the cool words up here on top. And then you have the light blue ones, or the dark blue ones with a light blue type in the center. And then on this side you have these really cool shabby chic mustardy colored, and then you have these really kind of funky font circly ones. All right, so on my original layout I kind of had one of the words here, and I think I'm going to put awesome. What do you guys think? Awesome? Okay. And then on the original layout, which I'll grab right now and just show you so you don't have to sit here and watch me put stickers down. But, oh, sorry. Right here is where I put awesome on the other one, but you see like the little tiny type alphas? So this actually says my amazing boy. And then up here I use the tiny alphabets on that little ticket that I cut out, and it says his name, Jack. And then I did write my sweet. And here's where I used the wood keys instead of the metal keys. So that is another example. And you can see where I did mix and match the white flowers on this layout here and here. And here's another wood key here. Okay. And then the ticket at the bottom, I put 2012 on that one with the alphabet stickers. So that's kind of how that one did. You can see a little bit of difference between the two. Like, so you can see one with all white flowers, and then you can see one with a little bit more color and depth because of the bel canto flowers. I know, Jamie is amazing. You know, Jamie comes on to the chat and totally steals my thunder. Turn the bulb over. You want to see the other side of the bulb? So it's flat. It's just flat, and you can see like a little wire piece inside, and see how it just lays flat. So it's not rounded on both sides. It's only rounded on one side. I'm just picking on Jamie. She's so funny. I love her, and I really appreciate her modding for me tonight. Okay, so did I give you guys enough cool ideas with Craftsman? So you can see how you can still use flowers, or you don't have to. I could have totally left the flowers off, just use the gears, leaves, and some of these really fun embellishments and not had any flowers. So that's totally up to you. I did see a comment somebody made recently, and they said, why do you feel like you have to have flowers and bling with your masculine papers? It's not necessary. And I say, why not? Why not give everyone a choice? You can use the flowers or you don't have to. I'd rather have you have a choice than no choice, you know? Oh dear. Kath was frozen when I talked about the light bulb. Yeah, so, you know, and everybody's different. Okay, here's what I'm going to do for you guys right now. Because I, like you, I'm going to run upstairs. Actually, I'm going to finish the show. I'm going to, well, no, I'll keep it on. But I will run upstairs and get Firefly if you absolutely positively want me to. Okay. But before that even, I told you guys at the end of the show, which I've made my layout, showed you how to do it. I've made a giant mess. I did tell you that I would share the mixed media canvas albums with you. And how they come. Oh, I actually have another album too. I grabbed from CHA. So they come separately. So like you get a pack of the covers first, and then you can buy the inserts. So you can buy an album cover. It comes with front cover, back cover. And this show, we released 2 different styles, and this one is actually a globe. Can you guys see that? So it's a map. You see the ocean, and it's the globe. And I know it's hard to see on the cover because I kind of covered some of it up. But you can still see some of that peeking out around here. Okay, so once you spray it and color it, like it starts off white. Once you start adding your art medium, that's when the resist comes through. So this is a white resist that comes through after you add your art medium. And here I mixed tangerines and oranges and teals together and just had a ball with it. All right, and then I went crazy with the cover. And yes, these are the wood doors. We came out with the wood door embellishments. And I wasn't sure how people were going to like them. And believe it or not, we had rave reviews about them at CHA. And you can see they're literally door images, right? And it's on wood. So it is like an embellishment. And the way that the design team used them was so clever in so many different ways. Okay. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, you can have, well, my door doesn't open, but it is like slightly ajar. You know how that's like a word for the door being open just a little bit. So it's slightly ajar. So I had them kind of overlapped. And at CHA, I made a little tag for Sharon with, I cut out Britt and Job's and put them in the doors. I had them kind of coming out from the doors on a tag. I don't have it. I let Sharon take it home. It's so cute. There's so many clever ways you can use these doors. Okay, so the second half of this is the mixed media album inserts. And there's literally 21 pieces in here. And I'll give you guys an idea of what's in here. All right. So cool packaging. Look at that. It looks like a quilt. Oh my gosh. Can't you see just that alone without having to cut it out? Just as a cool background. Yes. Okay. So in the mixed media kit, you have some tags. And the tags are kind of printed on for you, right? And then you have a couple of printed papers, just like that. And the edges of the paper are kind of rough. Can you see that? Like there's like little jagged edges. I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see. No, that doesn't help. No. See how it's jagged edged? There. Okay, so you have these kind of like printed sheets, and these do take the art mediums really well. So for instance, I took one of these and I used our mask with the peacock feathers. We have a peacock feather mask, and I colored it with pan pastel. And then I took my finger and stuck it in gesso and just kind of lightly like just put the gesso all over. Okay, so that's what this used to look like, is now that. So you can see some of those distress like kind of images come through, but you can still color. All right. So there's 4 of those, and they're double-sided in here. Here's another one of a globe. And there's like lines with some teal on the other side. Then, oh, here's another one. Oh, and here's another one. I must not have gotten these in the prototype, I'm thinking, because I don't think I did these. So it looks like somebody just kind of splashed these with a little bit of color. Yes. You get like a tiny alphabet in here. These are little alphabet stickers. There's just one on one side, nothing on the other. All right. And then you get some resist canvas sheets in here. And there's 3. So I wish I could, oh, how can I do this? How can I do this? I don't know if you guys can see way over here. Let me turn the camera over a little bit so you guys can see. Which you'll see part of my mess. Sometimes when you hold the canvas piece up to the light, oh no, it's not going to work. Okay, forget it. But you'll have to take my word for it. There are polka dots on this one. Let's see, on this one there's like a scrolly flower, and on this one there's a script. So let's see if I have those. Ah, so here's the script. You see that? So the script comes through when you add the color. And on here, let's see, what did I color this with? I think I colored with some glimmer mist. Oh, and here is the other side, and that's got like a flower, not the big flowers, but like a little bit of flower coming through. Can you see just that subtlety? And these flowers here are a Donna Downey mask that I did. All right. Here's another one where I used a mask on just a plain canvas. I used gelatos for this and gesso. Okay. Here's another piece of the pattern paper I just straight up colored. So you can see you'd have a lot of fun. You can add tons of color, whatever you like. Oh my gosh, this one. Look at that one. That one I use gear masks along the edges and then some paint in the center. I did all kinds of funky stuff with this. So this whole book is a work in process. I just did not, a work in progress I should say. I just did not have time to get it done before CHA. So you've got all those canvas sheets that I just showed you. All of these pages to color, plus pocket pages to slide goodies in. Okay. So you can slide your own things in here. And then there's watercolor sheets too. Okay. Yeah, since I think it's better than the Smash Book. You know, Smash Books are fun, but they're really just literally for just putting stuff on. Just sticking it down. You know, this is for coloring and getting your hands dirty and getting artsy fartsy. So that's all the stuff you get in the inside. You can have a lot of fun with these books and just go to town. I just had a great idea. How about, I'm going to be doing another Live with Prima show. I happen to be doing them back to back this month, not on purpose. I think I'm going to, why don't I do a firefly project? Was it a 12-inch or 6-inch flower mask? That was from a 6-inch flower mask. And actually, this mask just has a couple of the flowers on it, and I actually took the mask and did it a couple times on the page. So would that make you guys happy? We vote for okay, so for next Thursday night, August 2nd, the schedule's coming out very soon. Here, I'll pan this up so you have to look at my hands. So for August 2nd, why don't I do that? Why don't I do a Firefly feature, and I'll make a project with it, maybe a layout or a mini book or something, and share it with you guys next week. Would that be okay? All right, they're all saying yes on the chat, so I'm talking with everybody, and I've gone way over my time, but I don't mind because I have a lot of fun with you guys. Okay, so next week, next week is August 2nd, Thursday night, same time, 6:30 Pacific time, 9:30 Eastern time, 11:30 a.m. Sydney time. I will do Firefly. And I gotta tell you, it's really cool and it's really pretty. And we just decided last minute to release it at CHA. We weren't even gonna release it, and we did. So, and I happen to have some of the papers. I have journal cards, but I don't have much else to really match it. But what I'll do is I'll share more of the new flowers with you guys and just use new flowers with the Firefly collection. And I think that will be super fun. 8:30 Central Standard Time, yes. Are the doors already out, or are they CHA Summer? The doors are CHA Summer. We came out with, I want to say 8 styles. It could be 6, but I think it's 8. What time in Botswana? Oh, I don't know. How do you email me? Did you get my description email? Yes, I did, Leslie. Thank you. And, oh, that reminds me. Okay, as I'm putting the schedule together, next month we are going to have a guest on here, and her name is Leslie Ray. Leslie Ray will be doing a Live with Prima show for us August 9th, and she's super excited, and she's super sweet, and I'm so thrilled to be working with her, and she's been awesome because I've had to work with everyone kind of last minute because of CHA. So she's been super sweet. So anyway, enough of me rambling. I'm going to stop the broadcast, but I'll keep talking to you guys if you want. So thanks everyone for tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, Cari at primamarketinginc.com, because I would love to help out if I can. All right. So I'm just going to stop the broadcast. Have a great night.